Hello again everyone, my name is James Shotwell, this is the Music Biz channel, and today we need to talk about the future. Not in the big sense, not years down the line, but in the immediate sense. Because later this month, something is going to start happening in the industry that will grind everything basically to a halt, and you need to be prepared. So, let's get into it. So this morning I woke up and I had to make a report about what's been going on at work, and it dawned on me we are into the 11th month of 2021. Now I still am coming to terms with what happened in 2020. The fact that this year is almost over has taken me by surprise, and it made me realize that we are very close to what I like to call the annual industry slowdown. Now we didn't really have one of these last year. In fact, all of 2020 was pretty much an industry slowdown, but with live music being back, recorded music sales up, all the chaos going on with vinyl production, I know an industry slowdown is coming, and I want you to be prepared for it. Now, if you're confused about all this, let me explain. Starting at the week of Thanksgiving, the industry is slowly going to shut down for the holidays. Now, up until this point, basically all of the year of the music business is leading up to this holiday season. This is where people are buying gifts. They're spending more than usual. They're buying concert tickets. They're buying CDs. They're buying merchandise. They're buying anything and everything for the people that they love. But what they're not buying, generally speaking, is brand new products. Like a new album that comes out in November or December is less likely to sell the kind of units an album that comes out in October, September, or August does, just because of how marketing works, how consumer behavior works, how everything we know about how people spend money works over the last century. That's just always been the case, and it always will be. So rather than put out some high profile records at the end of the year, the industry tends to put out riskier releases, albums from small or relatively unknown artists, holiday releases that will only sell during a certain part of the year, reissues, and anything that they think might stuff into a stocking. But they aren't going to put out like the new Kendrick Lamar album halfway through the December. There's a few reasons for that. The one being what I already said, that people won't buy new music or won't buy as much new music just because that's not really how Christmas shopping works. But the other is how this industry works. We're about to start talking about the best of 2021. Everyone's going to start shoving out these lists and videos and whatever else about the best of the best. Well, if you want to get on those lists, if you want to be considered for one of those high profile, influential best of the year lists, then you already had to have sent those people your music. They need to have your content. So you can't not release it until the end of December because all the best of 2021 stuff will already be decided. We basically wrap up the year at the end of November, and the music industry as a whole spends much of December on a break, and here's what that means. So like I said, starting around the week of Thanksgiving, the industry will slow down, and throughout December, more and more people will be going on holiday break. Now this break will stretch from whenever they leave office in December through the second week in January, most likely. The first week of January is almost always kind of hit or miss for people in offices. People are on longer holiday breaks, so you don't come back to the second week of January. So throughout December, here's what you can expect. Longer response times on basically every single email and every single call, probably a lot of automated out of office stuff. Just don't send anything that's time sensitive because I can't promise that it's gonna get it handled. Two, you're probably gonna see a lot less traction on any pitches that you have. So if you're trying to get signed or get a manager or get a booking agent and you are not the hottest of the hottest thing on the underground, you might see that the response times kind of slow down during this period. It's not because of you, it's not because the heat is coming off of you, it's because people are exhausted. We are coming out of the second year of a global pandemic that is still not done. We have 500,000 people dead because of this disease. We have the events that recently happened at Astroworld. We have the chaos of trying to produce physical products and get them to consumers right now. We have trying to figure out how to market artists, how to market releases, how to break artists, how to find artists. It's all so much, it's happening all the time, and we, including myself, as a whole, the industry is tired. We need this break. So it's not about you and that we don't want to work with you or that we aren't excited about what's coming down the pipeline. It's that if we don't reset right now, something is going to go wrong later. And so we just as a whole take this period off. And I want you to do the same, and here's why. So I know a lot of artists that drive themselves crazy at this point of the year because they have all this momentum. You know, over the last 12 months, they've gotten back out on the road. They started writing music. They maybe put out some music. They've gotten more fans. They've gotten more traction. They've gotten better at what they're doing, and they want to keep that momentum going. And then we hit this point of the year when people stop responding and less opportunities are available and everything's just kind of quiet. And they feel like they've lost something. Like all that momentum is going to go to waste before the industry comes back. But you need that break as well, because all those things I just listed, the pandemic and the chaos of it all, you're experiencing that as well. And as much as this industry has been notoriously terrible when it comes to dealing with mental health and taking care of people who have been through traumatic events, this period, this industry slowdown is one last bastion for people in this industry to calm down, to take a deep breath and to relax and to remember that while art is our passion, art is our livelihood, art is what gets us out of bed every day, we are more than the things that we do, we are more than the things that we create, we are just people, we are just creatures, we need to relax, our bodies need a break. And I hope that you give yourself that thing. And if you start to feel yourself getting antsy or getting a little, I don't know, like you need to get something accomplished, well, I have good news for you. We have been planning for this period of the year all throughout 2021, and Music Biz isn't going anywhere. Throughout November, December, and those first weeks in January, we're gonna be here, bringing you new content, helping you to get prepared for Black Friday, get prepared for Christmas, get prepared for 2022, set some goals, make some plans, figure out what we're going to do about playlisting in the next year, figure out what we're gonna do about physical media in the next year. We have so much content coming, so I'll be here each and every week. And if you haven't done so already, take a moment now and subscribe to our channel, because this is where it happens. We're building a community of like-minded music professionals on the business side and on the artist side. People who want to change things, to make things more accessible, more artist-friendly, and more economical for everybody. And we're doing that together through the conversations that we have in these videos. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe. And if you have, thank you so much for sticking around with me this week. I know that we talk about this slowdown probably every single year, but it's important. It's important that we respect each other's need for a break. It's important that we love ourselves enough to give ourselves a break. And it's important that we just appreciate not working for a moment. I know that you can do it. It's gonna be hard for me, but I'm gonna try too. That's why we're banking all this content now so that I can relax while you're relaxing, and we'll just talk over the holidays. But please subscribe. And if you have, thank you so much for watching. And until I see you next time, please take care of yourself, because you deserve it.